the Boeing 737 aircraft review. Let's start our review with normal arrival and departure procedures. Standard operating procedure requires that the first step in any door operation is to verify the status of your door. The CSD will instruct the flight attendants to disarm when the fasten seatbelt sign has been extinguished. To disarm, disengage the girt bar from the floor brackets and stow it in the hooks on the slide container. Then remove the red warning strap. Repeat these steps at the opposite door. Verify both doors are disarmed by ensuring the girt bars are secure in the stowage hooks. Confirm to the CSD that your doors are disarmed and cross-checked. After verifying your door is disarmed, assess outside conditions to ensure it is safe to continue. Then, rotate the door handle to the open position. The door will move into the cabin. Use the door handle and the door assist handles to rotate the door out and forward against the fuselage. Ensure the gust lock is engaged. If you are using the forward air stairs, disarm your door and rotate the door handle to unlock the door. Pull the normal mode toggle switch to the extend position and hold it there. The stairs operating light illuminates and remains illuminated until the stairs are fully extended. Pull the handrails out of stowage to secure to the fittings inside the aircraft. Ensure the tread lights are on. Stow the handrails. Pull the door to the unlocked position. Pull the normal mode toggle switch to the retract position and hold it there until the stairs operating light extinguishes. Release the switch. The captain will give permission to close the doors. Use one hand to release the gust lock by pushing it down. Hold it there. Use the door assist handle to start door movement. Release the gust lock. Use the door assist handles to pull the door fully aft and inward. Rotate the door handle to the closed position to close and lock the door. When the bridge starts to retract, the CSD will instruct flight attendants to arm the doors. Place the red warning strap across the viewing window. Then arm the door by pushing the girt bar into the floor brackets. Repeat these steps at the opposite door. Verify both doors are armed by ensuring the girt bars are secure in the floor brackets. Confirm to the CSD that your doors are armed and cross-checked. Now, let's look at the location of emergency and safety equipment on the Boeing 737-200. We'll begin on the flight deck. For firefighting, you will find a halon extinguisher and a portable oxygen bottle with smoke mask behind the first officer's seat. Behind the captain, in the upper compartment, there are protective gloves, a restraint kit, and a search mirror. The fire crash axe is mounted in the companionway. There is a life vest at each crew seat. In the compartment below the flight attendant control panel facing the 1L jump seat, there is a halon extinguisher and a water extinguisher, and 2 portable oxygen bottles. In a small compartment above this panel is the portable oxygen bottle restraint pouch. There is an aisle side compartment which contains a first aid kit. In the first left overhead bin, there is a megaphone. In the aft left overhead bin, there is an emergency medical kit, infant life vests, a stretcher tie-down kit, spare adult-child life vests, a first aid kit, and a megaphone. Behind the last row of seats left side, there is a water extinguisher and a halon extinguisher mounted on the doghouse. On the right side, behind the last row of seats, you will find 2 portable oxygen bottles. At all flight attendant jump seats, there is a flashlight and a life vest. The flight deck masks are in plain view on a hook next to each seat. Place the harness over the back of your head and pull forward, ensuring the mask covers your nose and mouth. Always ensure the supply switch is in the on position. The passenger cabin of the Boeing 737 is equipped with a continuous flow oxygen system. Pulling each individual mask releases a pin which starts the flow of oxygen to that mask. There is no indicator to visually confirm that oxygen is flowing. Once started, oxygen flow will vary depending on the aircraft altitude. Oxygen flow to an individual mask may be shut off by flipping up the coinciding valve. The entire system can be shut off by using the reset handle on the flight deck. If an oxygen compartment fails to open, you can open it either by depressing the latch in the seam or inserting a sharp object into the hole and applying pressure. When you hear the 3-chime signal, the final warning to the cabin crew to be seated, flight attendants must press the reset button. Open interphone to the flight deck is now available. Open interphone and critical phases of flight are not the same. For takeoff, open interphone is available from the 3-chime signal until the aircraft is into a stable climb configuration. For landing, open interphone will again be available from the 3-chime signal until after the aircraft turns off the active runway. During the time that open interphone is available, to contact the flight deck in an emergency, flight attendants need only pick up the handset, press and hold the push-to-talk bar, and speak directly into the mouthpiece. Outside of these times, for flight attendants to contact the flight deck in an emergency, pick up the handset, press and hold the captain switch for 6 to 8 seconds. Release the switch. Press and hold the push-to-talk bar while speaking. Indications on the flight deck of this call are a warning horn and a blue call light, which illuminates for 10 seconds. To signal an evacuation on this aircraft, the captain will call, "Evacuate, evacuate," over the PA. To open the door with slide inflation, assess outside conditions. Verify the door is armed, and rotate the door handle aft to the open position. The door will move into the cabin. Use the door handle and the door assist handles to rotate the door out and forward. Slide inflation is complete in under 7 seconds. If the slide fails to inflate, hold on and pull the manual inflation handle. Then step into your protected position. To open the door without slide inflation, assess outside conditions. Disarm the door and rotate the door handle aft to the open position. The door will move into the cabin. Use the door handle and the door assist handles to rotate the door out and forward. To open a window exit, assess outside conditions. Pull in and down on the upper handle while grasping the lower handhold. Turn the window sideways and throw it out the exit opening as far forward as possible. To evacuate, step out foot first. Follow the arrows and slide down the wing. Although highly unlikely, it may be necessary to evacuate through the flight deck windows. To open a window, squeeze the bar in the handle, rotate it aft, and pull aft to open. Use the escape tape located in the ceiling. Throw this overboard and use it to climb down to the ground. To exit, put one leg out first, followed by your body. All exits may be used in a land evacuation. The responsibilities of the captain and first officer include completing the abnormal and emergency checklist, giving the evacuation signal, assisting with the evacuation as required, and evacuating through the flight deck windows if necessary. Position 1L, the CSD, sits at the outboard jump seat, door 1L. 1L will assess and open 1L and conduct an evacuation. If necessary, 1L will assess and open 1R. 1L will also check the condition of the flight deck crew. 1L will evacuate themselves after removing the forward megaphone and first aid kit. Position 1R sits at the inboard jump seat at 1L. 1R will assess and open 1R and conduct an evacuation. Position 2L sits at the outboard jump seat at 2L. If necessary, 2L will activate the emergency light switch, which illuminates the emergency lighting system. 2L will assess and open 2L and conduct an evacuation. If necessary, 2L will assess and open 2R. 2L will evacuate themselves after removing the aft megaphone and first aid kit. Position 2R sits either at the left or right inboard aft jump seat, whichever is nearest to their door. 2R will assess and open door 2R and conduct an evacuation, and remove the emergency medical kit. It is the responsibility of each crew member to remove their flashlight when necessary and do a thorough cabin check before evacuating. On the Boeing 737, the window exits become the preferred exits for a water evacuation. There are escape tapes in the aft frame of both exits. Flight attendants must direct the passengers to step out foot first, inflate their life vest, and jump into the water from the leading edge of the wing. Doors 2L and 2R are blocked, and passengers are directed towards the window exits. Doors 1L and 1R may be usable. Flight attendants will have to assess carefully to determine whether these doors are above the water level. If these doors are usable, once the evacuation is complete, crew members will detach the slide from the girt bar for use as a hang-on flotation device. To detach the slide from the aircraft, lift the flap on the girt apron and pull the quick release handle. Use the mooring line to pull the slide in as close as possible to the aircraft. Turn the slide over and assist special attention passengers into the overturned slide. Disconnect the mooring line by using the quick release tab or clip. Instruct all other passengers to stay in the water and hold on to the slide using the assist handles. This section addresses only differences between combis and all passenger 737s. When closed, door 2L is ready for normal or emergency use. Therefore, no arming or disarming procedure applies. Assess outside conditions to ensure it is safe to continue. Then, move the door handle from closed to open. Raise the electrical switch access cover. Pull the toggle switch up and move it to the extend position. Hold the toggle switch in this position until the air stairs are fully extended. Ensure the tread lights are illuminated. Raise the electrical switch access cover. Pull the toggle switch up and move it to the retract position. Hold the toggle switch in this position until the air stairs are fully retracted. Ensure the tread lights are extinguished. Move the door handle from open to closed. Verify the door is properly closed. Visually check the door handle is in the closed position and the red indicators on the door and door frame are aligned. To reset the air stairs, ensure the door handle is in the open position. At the door frame floor level, rotate this roller arm from norm to set. Pull the toggle switch up and move it to the retract position. Hold the toggle switch in this position until the air stairs have retracted into the aircraft. When the air stairs begin to vibrate, pull the toggle switch up and move it to the extend position. Hold the toggle switch in this position until the air stairs are fully extended. Then, at the door frame floor level, rotate this roller arm back to norm. Then, pull the toggle switch up and move it to the retract position. Hold the toggle switch in this position until the air stairs are fully retracted. The air stairs are reset and are now ready for normal use. In the first left overhead bin, there is a megaphone. There is a first aid kit in the overhead bin left side at the overwing exit row. On the bulkhead, behind the last row of seats left side, you will find a portable oxygen bottle and a smoke hood. On the bulkhead above the door 2L control handle, you will find 2 smoke hoods. In the aft center stowage closet, there are 2 halon extinguishers, a water extinguisher, and a portable oxygen bottle restraint pouch. On the bulkhead just below ceiling level, in front of the aft center stowage closet, there is an emergency locator transmitter. In the forward galley complex at door 1R, you will find compartments containing a megaphone, a halon extinguisher, and a portable oxygen bottle. There are also 2 smoke hoods mounted on the galley complex. On the bulkhead behind the last row of seats right side, there are 2 portable oxygen bottles and 1 smoke hood. When the aircraft is in the combi configuration, the following additional firefighting equipment is carried in a fire cart in the forward galley. 2 20-pound water extinguishers, 2 fire suits, and a pair of protective gloves. Mounted in a floor bracket just ahead of the barrier net is a 20-pound halon extinguisher and an extension wand. In the aft center stowage closet, you will find 3 fire suits, a pair of protective gloves, and 1 20-pound halon extinguisher. As a safety precaution, when the aircraft is dispatched in an all-cargo configuration, the cabin oxygen system is deactivated. Should a crew member board an aircraft when passengers will be carried, and note a red warning flag hanging from the drop ceiling near doors 1L and 1R, notify the flight deck crew, who will reactivate the system. To assess outside conditions, look out the last left side cabin windows. Move the door control handle from closed to emergency. Considerable force may be required. If necessary, push the air stair to initiate their free fall. Air stair extension is complete in approximately 5 seconds. Due to a design modification, all exits that are available in the passenger cabin may be used for either land or water evacuations. In the all-passenger configuration, position 1L, the CSD, sits at the outboard jump seat at door 1L and will assess and open 1L and conduct an evacuation. 1L will also check the condition of the flight deck crew. 1L will evacuate themselves after removing the forward megaphone. Position 1R sits at the inboard jump seat at 1L. 1R will assess and open door 1R and conduct an evacuation. 1R will evacuate themselves after removing the forward first aid kit. Position 2L sits at the inboard jump seat at 2R. 2L will assess and open 2L and conduct an evacuation. 2L will evacuate themselves after removing the aft megaphone and emergency locator transmitter. Position 2R sits at the outboard jump seat at 2R. If necessary, 2R will activate the emergency light switch, which illuminates the emergency lighting system. 2R will assess and open door 2R and conduct an evacuation. 2R will evacuate themselves after removing the aft first aid kit and emergency medical kit. When the aircraft is configured with cargo pallets in the forward cabin, the only changes to flight attendant responsibilities are the CSD becomes position 2L. Position 1R, if carried, sits at the aisle seat, overwing exit row. 1R is responsible for opening or directing the opening of the two overwing window exits. This completes the visual Boeing 737 aircraft review.